How are you guys scaling your business in 2022? Matt, any thoughts on scaling and growing here?
I think for me, I kind of looked at our business, and I wanted to go both vertical and horizontal. So I've added a few things. I've added a fab shop. I've added sandblasting and powder coating. So we kind of specialize in sports construction. So we've added a retail arm for sports construction that we do some different things, add some different things. I think that, for instance, we're a fence company that does netting. I would like to think that we're one of the leaders in the nation in netting. We do a ton of fence, but netting is kind of something we added. And now I'm encouraging my friends in the industry, hey, let's add netting to your portfolio. Let us come and help you. Let us teach you. Let us show you what we do. And it's another, when this one gets a little bit slow, this one speeds up a little bit. But I think as business owners, you got to be thinking outside the box and having some different business. So we have a retail arm that sells sporting stuff. We have the fence company, the netting company, the software company. We just adding layers on there to. And I will tell you the big thing on scaling. I think when you find good people, you plug them in and you find a spot for them, and then you give them the reins and you let them run with it. And you don't micromanage, you macro manage. You set the perimeters, you set the boundaries, and you say, "Let's go, baby." That's the key to scaling your business. Find good people, plug them in, don't micromanage them, and let them fail, and let them fail fast. That's kind of my new thing lately is I've been telling people, don't be scared to fail fast. Don't sit around. Now, that doesn't mean be foolish, but if you're going to scale, you can't sit and think on a decision for 6 months. Yesterday, we implemented a mentoring program because we had our first company DUI ever in a company vehicle. Now that's a whole nother conversation. Is everybody cringing right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but instead of getting, I mean, don't get me wrong, I was pissed off. I kicked the chair. I threw a notebook. People thought I was going to come through the wall. By the way, I have a little bit of a temper. But what I did though is I pulled in all 72 of our team members and I said, listen, we're going to start a mentoring program. We're going to break this down to groups of 4 or 5, and we're going to get better by making you better, by having people that hold you accountable, by getting you to actually talk and share and say, hey, by the way, I'm struggling with alcoholism. Hey, I'm struggling with this. I need a friend to go on. You want to scale your business? Let your people scale and let your people help you. Empower your most precious piece of equipment, and that's the humans. So if you want to scale your business, empower the people and be passionate about taking care of them. Pay them up, give them a 401k, give them insurance, give them a pair of boots. Take damn good care of your people if you want to scale your business. How's that? Woo!
Man, I appreciate that vulnerability there too. That's just a real world example that I'm sure people on here have faced and nobody wants to face, but I'm sure it has happened. What about you, Cannon? What about scaling your business this year? Anything specific?
I think I'm just going to follow it up and go join Matt Warner in Nebraska. That sounds really fun. I could use it there.
We're shutting down our businesses.
Yeah. Everyone's just going to go work from that. What about you, Sean? You're always going to a cutting edge thinker.
So how we're scaling, Matt is exactly right. We got to scale based on the people we can find. So we've ran some creative ads to get more people to have a conversation with us on coming to work for us. One thing I did uniquely was I put in the ad, I made sure I did not put a position and no pay. So we're looking for anybody that wants to be part of Team Blue, period. And the conversation I get is, well, how much is the pay? I said, well, how much are you worth? You tell me how much you're worth. You tell me what you're good at. I'll find a home for you. And I've had some great conversations with people so far. Like, are you serious? I'm like, I'm serious. We're growing this way and every which way. And their only constraint is not my imagination or funds or it is people. So I need people. So I need people in the front end of the office, the back end, the sales, installation, motivators, cheerleaders. We need all of them. So if you got something you're good at, I really want our team members to find a career that they're happy, less stress. It means you got to find a good at. So rather than hiring people to fit a square hole in their round peg because they applied for an installer position, but this guy's talented at graphics, I don't know. Cool. I need a graphics guy. We're going to hire you. So people that are motivated, positive, we're looking to hire them. And I've had some serious conversations recently about this whole how much is a position pay, how much is it worth? Well, I really believe if a person comes to you and says, I'm worth $18 an hour, and your spot was in your mind 17, 16, whatever, less, I really think you give them the 18. You give them to them immediately. Say, all right, you know what? Fair enough. I'm going to give you $18 an hour. You have the opportunity to prove to me you're worth that. I'm excited. I hope you are. Good luck. And you just empowered them to prove to you that they are right. And they're going to work so much harder than the guy that came in and says, oh, I'll take it for 16. His mentality right then and there immediately on day one is not getting paid what I'm worth. I'm going to give them 90%. I want the guy to come in and say, damn, dude, give me 8. Didn't even ask a question. Give me what I'm worth. I give them everything and more. So I got sidetracked there, but my growth is going to come from people. I honestly believe that. More locations, more training for sure is what we're looking at.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've been doing something similar to that too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the guys will come in and say, I want 18, for example, which is she's 18. And I'm like, well, I need you to prove yourself. So how about we do this? I'll pay you 16 because that's what the position I was hiring for. But in 90 days, if you're worth that, I'll back pay you that $2 an hour for 90 days. And you'll have a nice fat check for your savings account, whatever you want to do with it. And I was like, okay, deal. So in 90 days, we look at it. I had one guy, it wasn't worth it. I still paid him the money and said, look, we just got to split our ways. So, 3 weeks later, he called back saying, hey, man, I thought about it. I really want to come back to work for you. That in itself was like, wow, okay.